Well, hello everyone, and thank you guys for watching. Classic Bike Rider here, bringing you a new video. This is my first video trying out my new helmet. It came in that day that I made the video last Thursday of last week, not this week, the past week. Oh. Take a different route. So I didn't make a video this past week, but I did set up the helmet. I got it on that Thursday and I set it up the next day, and here I am, first video with my new helmet. I'm also testing out a theory, because when I got my new helmet the year before, or was it last year? Last year, the helmet that my wife got me from Colombia, when I set it up, I also got my new GoPro Hero 6 Black. So basically all the videos that I made since then have been with my Hero 6 Black, except for one or two maybe that I made with Hero 4 Black that I have. And I don't know if you noticed me complaining about pops on the video, and I'm blaming the helmet not being well insulated, and thereby causing those air distortion noises that I heard on the videos. Well, I set up this new helmet. I was also looking for an alternate setup so I can have two helmets with the option of being able to motovlog with two different helmets. I didn't throw out the other one yet. I'm gonna keep it just because it's light enough that my wife can wear it if she wants to go out for a motorcycle ride with me. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So when I set up the new helmet, the other helmet with this microphone, this is the Sony ECM, I can remember the model number. I put it up on the screen when I edited the video. When I setting up this new helmet, I was looking for an alternate, and there's this gentleman, this guy, who has the same microphone, and this is old video but still relevant. He has the Hero 5 Black, and he was complaining on pops, noises on the audio coming from the audio setup with the microphone and the new camera, the Black. So I'm set up on a Quest now. I brought both cameras. I brought the Hero 6. That is the one that I'm recording with right now. I already had the microphone set up, and I brought my old Hero 4 Black. And I'm gonna record this portion of the video. I'm recording this portion of the video with the Hero 6, and the other portion, probably the way back, I'm gonna record it on the Hero 4. Just because if I hear any popping noises on the audio on this part of the video, that means that I might have to replace the microphone. It's a great microphone, but it just amplifies too much. Like when I saw, I don't know if my last video I made that I set up the GoPro Pro Tunes audio controller thingy to low, and the audio was a lot, the noise was a lot less, but still you can hear it. Especially, I'm driving with my face shield open, and I just got the tinted shield down. With the Hero 4 Black, if I had that face shield open, I never had any noises, any noticeable noises, pops and whatnot. So here I am going for the first ride with my new helmet, the microphone, the Sony ECM stereo microphone, and see if I hear any noise distortion I'm gonna do in a little bit. I'm gonna close my face shield, and I'm gonna do it with the face shield closed. Right now I'm riding with the face shield open. Then on the way back, I'm gonna switch to my Hero 4 Black. Same thing, face shield open and face shield closed, to see if I hear any noticeable difference on the audio. So then I will have to switch to another microphone. There's a couple of microphones that I already set up on my Amazon wish list. They are recommended to work with the GoPro Hero 5, 6, and 7, and 8. The new Hero 8 will be great to have, but then I will have to buy the media, what's it called, the case mod, which is called now the case mod, because it comes with a built-in microphone, one facing forward and one facing back, and it comes with built-in 3.5 millimeter jack to plug in an external mic, and the mini HDMI port, so you can plug directly into a TV and stuff to look your content on the TV. So right now I'm gonna close my regular face shield down. Right now my face shield is down. You can probably hear the difference in the noise in my voice as well, being the voice now is muffled because the noise is stayed in. I definitely hear a lot less noise. Well, this helmet is a lot well insulated than my than that cheap Colombian helmet was. Being that Colombia is so hot that they got to make the helmets a lot lighter and less insulated, so you can get more air going through it. So this helmet actually feels really good on my face. That's because it haven't been worn in yet. It's a large, like all my other helmets. The one that I used to be my my son's helmet that I had before my last helmet, it was extra large, so it was a little big on me. And Colombian helmet, it was still a little big on me because it wasn't that well insulated. Again, back to the not insulated enough. This one feels very snug to my face, which is what you're supposed to feel like. Very snug, that you move your head sideways and you don't feel the helmet slipping in your head, which my other helmet did, the Colombian one. And it kept, you know, after a while it'll just start dragging down and I have to push it up. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna go up to a couple of towns over, probably stop at 7-Eleven, grab me a bite. I haven't even eaten breakfast yet. Then I head back because grandkids are at my house. The lady that is renting from us, she is babysitting. My stepdaughter went back to work, my wife went back to work, and I'm still at home. And I'm to be the one that I should be back to work, but they haven't called me back in yet. So I'm getting a little frustrated being at home. Well, now that my wife's probably gone, that my wife is gone to work, maybe I can have a little time to myself to make all these videos and whatnot. So I ordered thing about a month ago now. I applied for the Google credit, and I got the 2 thermostat, the Google Nest Thermostat E, which is the economy version of the regular Nest thermostat. Similar in features, only difference is the thermostat E is like all white plastic. The other one is like metal, chrome base, So I looked at videos. I mean, I'm very handy. I'm a very handy person. I own a home before, so I did most of the repairs were done by me, and all the electrical connection was done by me. Not a professional in any way, but I can move myself around with tools and come up ahead. So, you know, I looked at videos on how to install the Google Nest thermostat, and they all seem pretty easy, following the instructions. I followed the Google instructions to the T. You know, took pictures of the old wiring and followed the video step by step. I set up the thermostat and it worked. In the beginning it worked great. Then I was testing out the heat. The heat wasn't working, just the AC worked. I heard the compressor kick in and it worked. I was testing the heat wasn't working. So on my regular thermostat that it was in the house, it had two red wires connected, one for the RC and one on the R. Not a jumper, there was two different wires. So I ended up plugging the other wire in, and the thermostat came on, and I set it up, you know, and like I said, the AC came on, and then it started giving me an error on the C wire. It said that it wasn't detecting 24 volts on the C wire, which it was connected on my other thermostat, but on the Nest it wasn't detecting it, and the wire was in all the way. So I end up, you know, doing a bunch of tests, and it still was saying the same. So if I took one wire, the OB wire, I take it out, then it'll detect the C wire, but then I will not have problem with the yellow wire not detecting it. So, you know, I decided to test things around, and me being lazy, you know, I was doing it all by myself. At the end, I didn't go down and shut off the breaker, and when I was moving one of the wires, I accidentally touched it with my pliers, and I saw a little bit sparked. And then after that, thermostat was dead. No power going to the thermostat at all. Plug in my old thermostat, and no wire, no power going to the old thermostat at all. So I must have shut something out. I went downstairs, all the breakers are on, but my house, being it has central air, has an air exchanger up in the attic. So Google charges $200 to send a technician to your house to install it. So I'm gonna have to fork out that and having installed the thermostat. I got two zones, so I have two thermostat. I also bought a thermostat sensor that doesn't require any installation, just to be attached to your Wi-Fi, and the Nest thermostat will detect it and use that rather than its own sensor. So I'm gonna install that, well, once I get everything sorted out. The one section of my house does have heat still. The thermostat is working. I haven't tested the AC on that side of the house yet, but I'm sure it probably works. It's just my section of the thermostat, my section of the house. So, you know, word to the wise, even if you think you know, you don't know, Chad. I thought I knew what I was doing. It looked very simple, but it turns out it didn't work as prescribed. So I'm on Old West Hampton. Oh, now that I see that thing that says pools, ready to swim pools. I was talking about all my other videos about my pool pump started leaking and making noise, and on Friday night the pool pump got a lot louder. I unplugged it I shut it off on Friday night. Saturday I turned it back on to have the pool circulating. Now I already had ordered a different pump to replace it, but the pump that I ordered, it was different size, and I couldn't find anyone to come and install it on the cheap. Everybody was charging a lot. So what I decided to do is to order the same exact pump that I have, the replacement motor for it, because they sell the replacement parts for those pumps, being that they're so expensive. If I'm gonna buy the pump brand new, it's gonna be like $500. My cost online, but the replacement motor was half that, was $200. And I should have done that in the beginning. I should have just ordered the motor. But I went and ordered a whole new pump, and the pump was different size. So I'm gonna return that. I already ordered the new motor, the replacement motor for that pump, and it's coming on Wednesday. But Saturday, the pump was making a lot more noise, and it kept, the noise going down and coming back, until at the end, I was coming outside and I heard the pump started to go down, and I heard noise coming from the filter, like the filter's draining, like when the pump shuts off. The pump stopped and it was smoking, so the bearings completely ceased on that pump. So right now the pool is not circulating. Luckily I had it all cleaned up and clear. So what I'm gonna do, I'm stopping here at 7-Eleven, get me something to eat, and I'll be back when I'm done eating and switching the camera over to the other camera. Alright, so, oh nice. I can probably sit here and eat my whatever I get. So I'll be back, guys. Alright, so I'm now recording on the Hero 4 Black, my trusty old Hero 4 Black that I promised to give to my grandson. He already and he said, oh, you were gonna give me that, so it's gonna be his someday soon. We will see how I don't know what the point of view will look like, being that this helmet is a lot bigger and the camera is a lot smaller. Just have me a couple of 7-Eleven pizzas slice and a cold Starbucks drink that I haven't had in a long time. So I'm heading back. Gonna take a look at this video, see what it looks like, and the audio. So the first portion is gonna be with my face shield. Hold on, let's put in my tentative shield down. The first portion is gonna be with my face shield up, open. And then I will switch to the face shield closed. what was I talking before I arrived to 7-Eleven? Something about my pool pump. Yeah, so you know, I told my I'm gonna tell my landlord, because when I opened the pool, I noticed right away the basket and the housing basket on the pump was melted, as if the pool had run hot at some point and melted the pipe, and the housing basket like exploded inside the pump. So I know that they probably didn't maintain that pool too well. Still, this time it's been filtering for more than a month, and it's still got this white haze to it, even though I got the test strips and it says that it's perfectly balanced, all the chemicals are perfectly balanced, but it's still got like a white haze to the water. And I think part of that is because the filter is not working great, and that's something that I'm not going to replace because it's not my pool. If it was my house, maybe, but it's not my house, so I can't do much about that. The pump motor, I'm gonna charge my landlord for it. She did tell me that whatever I need it, just let her know, and we can take it out of the rent. I took a video of the old motor whining and leaking, so I'm gonna send that video to her and tell her that it's gonna need a new motor because the motor seized, completely seized up. So being that the pump was leaking, I also ordered the mechanical seal, which is what failed and led to the pump leaking and the pump failing. We got our new grill, and when we ordered the grill, we ordered the rotisserie motor to it, and we tested out this Saturday. My wife went out and got a couple of complete chickens from BJ's, and we roast them in a barbecue grill. Oh, those things were so good. Even yesterday, the leftover chicken breasts from the 2 chickens, she cut them up in little pieces and made chicken quesadillas with them. Oh, that chicken was so good. So good. So hopefully the camera is recording, being that this is my old Hero 4 Black. I made sure the batteries were charged. I got 3 different batteries. One is the original GoPro battery, and the other 2 was cheap replacement batteries that I ordered from eBay, I think it was, when I first got the camera. The microphone adapter still survived. I kind of insulated it last year with Sugru, and it's still working. Well, I hope. If you are listening to me right now, that means that the microphone adapter is still working. And I found out that B&H still sells that microphone adapter. So in case may be that I need to get a new one, I had to get it now from B&H because they long been discontinued from GoPro, and those are the only things that work. The GoPro ones are the only thing that work with GoPros. I tried many ones from other manufacturers that claim that work with GoPro, and they don't. There's special circuitry inside those microphone adapters that tell the internals of the GoPro to use the external microphone rather than the inside, the internal mic on the GoPro. So we consumers can bitch and moan about the price of the GoPro microphone adapters, but if you want to make videos, we got no choice but to get one because nothing else will work. So now, oh, it's getting chilly. The wind's getting chilly. Saturday was great. The temperature was awesome, like in the 70s. Today it's not gonna be like in the low 60s, I think. And we're tracking a storm coming up the coast. Arthur, I think it's called. The first storm of the season. The season hasn't even started yet. Next week is Memorial Day weekend. I keep messing around. I keep saying Labor Day, but Labor Day is in September. Memorial Day is in May. So Memorial Day is coming next week. The unofficial open to the holidays, the summer holidays. With the COVID-19 shit, I think this summer is going to be a crazy one. Not going to be able to go out anywhere because going to be so many people out not caring about nobody else, not wearing masks. I mean, the Hamptons already packed with people. And the state's not even open. Well, some parts of the state. Definitely not Nassau and Suffolk. They didn't comply with some of the things that were needed to open, to be able to start opening. So I hope everybody's safe. Be careful. All right, so this is the part I'm gonna be closing my face shield down again. Alright, face shield is down. So now I'm recording with my face shield down. Let's see what the difference in the wind noise is from the Hero 4, not scooter, from the Hero 4 to the Hero 6 Black. It's 12 o'clock. The 12 o'clock siren just sound. It's funny because with this helmet my cheeks are like pushed in, so I have like a strange accent talking. That's because my cheeks are squished. Wow, the gas over here is $2.49 when everybody else is like in $1 and change. For sure in Riverhead at the Shell station across from Costco, it's like $1.57. Cheaper if you have the Stop and Shop point card linked to your Shell point cards. I could never get mine to work, but I still linked my my debit card and I get 3 cents off of the regular price. So being that this pandemic, the quarantine gives us enough change to cut up with a lot of TV shows and movies. I've been rehashing all episodes. HBO used to have a TV show called True Blood about vampires, and I loved it. I watched it every week when it was on HBO until the end. final episode was aired, I think, in 2007 sometime, or 2008, I don't remember. Anyway, I've watched that show from the very beginning to the end. Last episode, I think, last 7 seasons. And it is available on Amazon Prime Video. And because I'm an Amazon Prime subscriber, I get to watch Amazon Prime on my TVs. I got 3 Android Play boxes. 2 of them are NVIDIA Shields. One is the NVIDIA Shield first generation that I got it when it first came out in 2015. Just a couple of months ago, I got me the new NVIDIA Shield that came out the end of last year. I got the tube, the little tube that's set up on the living room TV. And at the end of last year, Christmas, on 2018 to 2019, I had gotten a Xiaomi Android TV box, which I had in the living room, but now it's in one of the bedrooms for the kids' TV. So there are 3 Android boxes, and they all have the same apps. Amazon Prime on all of them, Netflix on all of them, Plex on all of them. There's this app called Mabro on all of them. And I probably will subscribe to Disney Plus. Too bad Apple TV Plus is not available on those platforms, because I get a free year of Apple TV Plus because I bought the iPhone. But being that I can watch it on any TV, I haven't even watched any of their shows. It doesn't look good. But I'm not just gonna go out and buy a different device just to watch the Apple TV Plus shows. I think the Apple TV Plus app is available on most Roku and smart TVs, and on the Amazon Fire Sticks and Amazon Fire Boxes. But I'm not gonna go out and get something just to watch Apple TV Plus. They should done what they did with iTunes. iTunes is available on Android. Apple Music, rather. They make more money that way, rather than trying to force their customers to have an Apple device. I already have an Apple device. Well, I got my computer and my phone. So I'm almost home already. Well, not home, I'm at Hampton Base. We'll see what the audio will sound like. And thinking back, I didn't close the freaking gate on my house. I hope that they didn't let the dog out, because it will run out. Hope that I'm still recording. See, this mirrors are way too low for me to see if the light is even blinking. Drive-in movie theaters are making a comeback. There's a couple of places in Long Island that are opening up movie theaters. The Goonies. The Goonies has been shown in one of them. I know there's a company that rents out the screens and shit, because a few years ago they had a showing of the movie Sing in the school, spring school, when the grandkids were still going to spring school. So Jesus. So yeah, they're drive-in movie theaters are making a comeback. I started watching last night the remake of Footloose that was made in 2011. I never watched it before. And they are dancing in a drive-in movie theater. Footloose, one of the classics from the 80s. It was remade in 2011. They use Ken Loggins' Footloose song in the beginning, opening scene. I heard Bonnie Tyler's Holding Out for a Hero remake in that movie. I stopped in the middle because I was getting sleepy, so I turned it off. I'll finish watching it tonight. Oh yeah, yay. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, caramba. Ay, caramba. Well, anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Any suggestion, you can post them down below. If this works and this part of the video has audio in it, I'll be posting it. If not, then you won't see this part of the video. Thank you guys for watching.